who are your who is in your inner circle? There's so much conversation in this town about who is in your inner circle.
Yeah,
Jeanie
people
Buss.
are like fascinated with that for some reason. And I could ask you, do you ever ask Mark Cuban who his inner circle is, or Joe Lacob who his inner circle is? It's just there's just something about being a woman. I think that people feel like, oh, what crutches does she need, or what does she lean on? Because she's not capable of doing it herself. So, I have great people that work with that I work with.
Mm-hmm.
People seem most interested in Linda Rambis, who I've been working with for over 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've operated in the same style since I started working with the organization, and even before that with the Great Western Forum, putting on events. And, I'm a leader. I'm not a dictator. I like to build consensus. I like to hear from, everybody at the table. And then ultimately it's, people need to understand I'm the governor of the team, and I'm held accountable for every decision that's made, both business and basketball. So if anything goes wrong, it's on my watch, and I'm held accountable for it.
Well, I mean, I do feel compelled to say that I have immense respect for you, right? I mean, like in the.
But I mean, let me ask you, like, have you ever asked any man that question?
Honestly, Jerry Jones, who is an owner of another jewel of a sport, has a lot of questions posed of him as to who his inner circle is and whether they're qualified in order to do it, because it's his family. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like, hey, shouldn't you have a regular general manager? Is always posed of Jerry Jones. And if I had Hal Steinbrenner, if he was kind enough to do what you're doing, which is appear on this program, I would say to him, who are you talking to make sure Aaron Judge gets signed? But that might just be me as a Yankee fan.
Okay.
And I think that is part of the questions. Certainly with Rob Pelinka signed from 25 through 26, there are some fans wondering why you did that and who's helping, guide your process if you need that. I mean, Kobe was also a guy that you leaned on quite a bit as well when he was alive.
Yeah,
so.
and Magic Johnson and Phil Jackson.
Right.
But it seems to make people crazy when I answer those questions. So, it's like, I don't know why I have to explain that, but excuse me. I guess I was going to make a point about,
about who. Again, I was just saying that for folks in this town, that's perhaps why, or maybe they do view you as a woman, and you need to answer that. I that's not why I'm asking. That's what I'm basically
I know
saying.
what I was going to explain. I'm glad you brought up Rob. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you brought up Rob Pelinka, because he signed an extension at the end of last season.
Yes.
Because I wanted to make sure that he and the coach were on the same page. So before going on this search for a new coach, that that it wouldn't be the coach wondering if the general manager was all in, because his deal would be coming up, and just to really create a collaboration between front office and coach, which is what I advocate for because of my relationship with Phil Jackson. I know what an NBA coach goes through and how it feels like you're put on the plank to stand out there alone. And I wanted to make sure that the new coach that we hired knew that there would be this support, that there would be this long-term opportunity to, build success, and that it wouldn't be about, who's on the hot seat next.
So this was done, and it just happened to come out now.
Yeah, I don't know why it happened to come out. I do believe that we might have an internal leak, but the timing was strange to me. So thank you for letting me clarify that.
Absolutely. Jeanie Buss here on the Rich Eisen Show.